did continue a training event, or whatever you call a command venue event, past 1500. However, I'd like it noted that I did so only by 5 minutes. And I did so at the request of soldiers to foster, or the request of soldiers who wish to continue debating a topic. Then I would say, as to the other allegations, which are basically all about making a hostile environment, I'd first say, you want to fall on your sword a bit. You want to say, I'm sorry a little bit. You want to say, I deeply regret any harm that may have come to my unit. The welfare of my soldiers is of the utmost importance to me. And while I understand that I am imperfect, as all soldiers are, I have always endeavored to do my best. And then you got to address the specific things that they say, and deny the things that are lies. Admit the things that are true, and then try to explain them. And then the last paragraph that I would do would be, try to keep this all to a page, maybe a page and a half. The last thing I would do is say, furthermore, or actually in that last one, mention that you haven't received any counselings. I'm always seeking to improve my performance and wish to be responsive to the needs of the command. However, I did not receive any counselings, written or verbal, on the matter, if that's true, on the matters discussed in your letter and in the commander's inquiry. I believe that these are normal steps, normal remedial actions that should have been taken before GOMAR was issued.
And he also received an NCOER, right?
Yeah,
during this
one.
time.
No. Oh, did you get? Okay, well that would be part of. Okay, so then the last one is saying, sir, whatever faults I may have shown, I would like you to take into consideration that this is an isolated incident within an otherwise distinguished career, or maybe instead of distinguished, I might say successful. Mm-hmm. Attached are letters of support from, and then list their names, as well as copies of my awards. If you get any COAs, anything else. If you went to schools and you did well, put all those in. You want it to stack up as high as you can, because then it goes, wow, this guy's been pretty good so far, and then he did this. You can put in. You can say like, what did they get? I never gotten an NCOER, but you guys used to get like 1/1 or stuff like that. Note that. Say I've gotten 1/1 for, for the entirety of my career, or whatever. Or you can just say last 5 copies of the last 3 are enclosed. That's pretty much the gist of it. The biggest thing is to be honest, and then, because they'll smell BS coming, and the Army is very forgiving if you can say that you've made some mistakes. I may even say I may have made some mistakes, but I believe that I can go forward. I can still be a valuable soldier. So if this gets filed in your OMPF, you probably won't get promoted again. Despite whatever mistakes I've made during this time, that might be the last thing to say. Despite whatever mistakes I may have made, I believe I can still be of value to the Army, and therefore request that it be filed in my local file. So the big themes are: address the specific conduct, admit what you did wrong, and explain the things that are being misconstrued. Show that you've been a good soldier overall, and then ask for what you want, which is a local filing. So that's pretty much it. You're talking man to man here with General Mann, I can tell you, I used to be a trial counsel, so I would deal with a lot of things where I would talk with like defense attorneys and things like that, and the guy always comes on and says, "I didn't do anything wrong. I'm totally innocent." And then the defense attorney comes to me and I say, "Oh yeah, well did you know about this, this, and this?" And they go, "No, they didn't tell me." And then they feel betrayed by their client. So the analogy is that you don't want General Mann to feel as if you're betraying him. I think that he could probably swallow a lot of mistakes, but I don't think he could swallow any lies.
No, there's no lies on that.
But yeah. But you also need not just not lying, but also taking responsibility for what you did.
Yeah. And that's why I told you about the training incident, because
sure,
that right there was what resonates in my head. And once it was identified from then on, it was a plan of action, and I'm gonna get you guys out of here early.
Yeah.
And it's like it's still being held against me. And it's not even covered in there, the dates that you're giving me for the reprimand. The actual training incident happened in February. So that's why you asked me the first time around, can I get you for the 1500? I had to like, based on those dates on there, no. But for February 5th or somewhere in February, yes.
About 1 March. Well, I won't get too hung up on that.
Okay.
I would say if you start bringing it up, he's gonna be like, "Hey, don't split hairs with me."
Okay.
So, I would, it's a tough line they have to toe between saying, yeah, if there are things that you really do regret, or you think that things could have been taken the wrong way, I might say that. Say, I regret saying this, or, while it was not my intent to demean my soldiers, I understand how it could be taken the wrong way. If you kind of man up in that regard, I think that they generally respond to it. I mean, I've made mistakes in my career, and I've had to go in and sit face to face and say, "Yeah, I did that, sir," and it was a bad decision, or it was a mistake, and I regret it now, and I'm sorry, but I'll do better next time. I think most people respond to that. Why is that funny?
That's all I hear now, with the same mistakes over and over and over again. And for me, I'm like, hey, this is going to reflect on the NCR, because it's like the third infraction. And when I bring it forward to the commander, he shoots it down, or the soldier went to the commander and he kind of softened the blow. So it looked like I'm the bad guy.
You doing like written counselings and stuff? Yeah. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, It's just kind of, you want to make those as positive as you can, Or, or here's another thing you can do, is say, I would like some remedial training on how to better deal with these issues, but I haven't been afforded that. That's kind of like along the lines of you haven't been counseled. So, does that...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have another client, but I'll give you my email address. Why don't you write something up, and then email it to me, and I'll try and make some edits for it. Okay?
Thank you.
And these are mine to keep? You don't need those?
No.
So if I lose these, you're not going to be up the creek, right?
No.
Okay. Let me give you this. So that's their client's money. Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
all right, thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, real quick, we're gonna get you over lunch real fast. I would like to see somehow hidden. He does have kind of an executive, I would call it executive, one that if you're interested in
The car's still over here, right? Where? And I'll make sure what they are. That's what I was gonna ask. But he's not on there. He's on you and not.
Did you record that?
Yep. I'm hoping that I went through.